So this little pie graph here will help you to see how prevalent not knowing what causes back pain actually is. About 27% of diagnoses for low back pain have a rhyme or a reason. They find spinal stenosis, or it's a herniated or a ruptured disc, or scoliosis, or degenerative disc disease. Now, I'm going to talk about those things, so that 27% may actually not be accurate, but this is what is reported. And then about 3% of the cause of lower back pain is due to something extremely serious, like a fracture, or potentially cancer, or an aneurysm, or kidney disease. So don't panic. I'm not saying your back pain is because you have cancer, but about 3% is because of some medical issue or injury. Now, 70% of the reason behind lower back pain, or the diagnoses for lower back pain, is other exact cause unknown. In other words, 7 out of 10 of the people who have low back pain, the medical world has no clue why they have it. So that's interesting, don't you think? And kind of sad. Okay, what you don't do. This will be pretty much a good portion of this. So, lack of physical exercise. What happens when those abdominals become weak? What happens when those erector spinae muscles in the back become tight because you've got that increased lordosis, or a flat butt, weak glutes, tight hip flexors? Well, when all of that happens, your back is not going to be happy. Things are going to be not in the right alignment. They're not going to be able to handle life very well, and you're going to more than likely experience some chronic pain. Here's a picture on the left. This is muscles that have weakened. And now the multifidus muscles, I don't know if you can read that little tiny label down at the bottom. It says multifidus missing. There's a lot of fat tissue there, and the muscles themselves have atrophied. They're smaller than they're supposed to be, and they're not going to have strength. They're not going to stabilize the spine. They're not going to be good. Okay. Now, this is actually a picture of someone who had been doing Pilates. Now, I'm not saying you should not do Pilates. I'm not picking on Pilates. But if what you're doing is mostly laying down exercises, and you're not training the body in those really big power motions like squats and lunges and upright things, the muscles aren't really going to be strengthened the way that we want them to. The picture on the right, if you can see that little label at the bottom that says multifidus muscle, you can see there's very little fat tissue, right? Most of the white stuff is missing, and it's lots of healthy muscle. So that muscle is going to create a nice, healthy, strong spine. And you really want those muscles to be functioning well to have a healthy spine that does not create pain when you perform normal life activities. So, functional strength. We want to restore normal pain-free movement by reestablishing normal movement patterns, not abnormal ones. So if you're teaching your body to move correctly under load, then you're going to provide pain-free low back function in ways that you live your life. If you are training your body laying on your back, I don't know if there's any real daily activity you do that you need to be able to lift something laying on your back. Now, maybe if you're a mechanic and you're under a car, you might have to do that. But if that's not your profession and you need to live your life upright, you need to be able to get something out of the trunk of your car or get your toddler out of their car seat. And so now you're using your back muscles when you're on your feet, then you might really want to be training your body in those normal movement patterns. You're not, none of us are laying on our face, lifting our body when we're living life. We're on our feet. We're either sitting up or we're standing. And we need our back to be functioning in a really, really good way in those normal movement patterns. So it's important that you train your body in normal movement patterns, not abnormal